したいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているエキスしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているで読み直しているエキスしたいとで読み直しているで読み直しているだけがで読み直しているで読み直している
Welcome back to Hyde Stadium for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Spearfish Sasquatch and the Pierre Trappers. The Sasquatch took a tight game yesterday, winning 3-1. The Trappers simply didn't have run support as their only run of the ball game came off a solo home run in the first inning by Caden Cardoso. The Sasquatch then scored one run in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings to take the victory over the Pierre Trappers. The Trappers will look for their first win over the Sasquatch this season with a win tonight. We'll quickly take you down the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visitors and the Spearfish Sasquatch. They'll lead things off with the third baseman, number 24, Ryan Bachman. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Theo Hardy. Batting third, the center fielder, number 4, Seth Surratt. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 21, Charles McAdoo. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 27, Hayden Driggs. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 40, Gage Ninnis. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 26, Michael Dorr. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 10, Hayden Silty, who's a pitcher, has had 3 decisions, is a 2-3 pitcher on the year with an 8.88 ERA. Because of lack of position players, he gets the start in left tonight for the Sasquatch. Rounding things out will be the designated hitter in number 8, Cade Stuff. On the mound for the Sasquatch will be number 9, in Jace Wessels. For the Pierre Trappers, they'll lead things off with the third baseman, number 27, Garrett Hill. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Andrew Kim. Batting third, the first baseman, number 13, Brendan Perez. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 24, Jacob Griffin. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 30, Colin Adams. Batting 6th, the second baseman, number 23, Brock Reinhardt. Batting 7th, the designated hitter, number 32, Jared Shelton. Shelton getting his first starting appearance in the batting order since all the way back on opening day on May 25th. Did get an appearance last home series against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. In his lone at-bat against the Pios, hit a grand slam. Batting 8th is center fielder, number 19, Spencer Weston, and they'll round out the batting order with the right fielder, number 1, in Richie Williams. On the mound tonight for the Trappers will be number 15 in Bryce Lopez. As we go down the starting lineups for both teams, game 2 between the Sasquatch and the Trappers about to get underway. First pitch set for 7:05. We have the national anthem and the first pitch ceremony yet to happen before we can get today's game underway. Sunny and 88 degrees here from Pierre, South Dakota, set for a beautiful day of baseball from the central part of the state in South Dakota, state capital. We'll take a short break, come back for the national anthem, and after that, first pitch between the Spearfish Sasquatch and the Pierre Trappers.
Those still deployed and those who have remained returned safely. Yeah! Those in attendance are reminded that proper respect is to remove any history and stand at attention and hand over your heart. Active duty personnel out of uniform is to the flag. Tonight's anthem is being performed by Claire Swanson.
Well, the national anthem has been sung, and that means it's time to play ball here from Hyde Stadium between the Spearfish Sasquatch and the Pierre Trappers. We'll wait for the first pitch to be thrown out here before we can get today's game underway here from Hyde Stadium. Mardi Gras night here at Hyde Stadium, with beads being handed out to the spectators here at Hyde Stadium. Had a decent crowd last night with an attendance just under 500 spectators. As the first pitch has been thrown, expect another decent crowd tonight, with it being Mardi Gras night here on this Tuesday afternoon here from Pierre, South Dakota. So for the Trappers, they meet back in their huddle. They'll have a team meeting before they take the field in Game 2 between the Sasquatch and the Trappers. Game number 6 between these two teams this season, with all 5 previous meetings going to the Pierre Trappers. Looks like Tyler Lubin leading the charge in the team huddle pregame, getting his entire team fired up. Granted, a much smaller team than the Trappers are used to from the earlier parts of the season, but they break into the field. We'll take you through the defensive order for the Trappers and the batting order one more time for the Spearfish Sasquatch. For the Trappers in the field, they'll have Jacob Griffin in left, Weston in center, Williams in right, Hill at third, Kim at short, Reinhardt at second, Perez on the mound, Bryce Lopez on the mound with Colin Adams doing the catching behind the plate. Meanwhile, for the Spearfish Sasquatch, they'll lead things off with the third baseman Bachman, then the shortstop Hardy, the center fielder Surrett, the first baseman McAdoo, the catcher Driggs, the second baseman Ninnis, the right fielder Dorr, the left fielder Silty, and the designated hitter in Cade Stuff will round things out. For the Trappers today, they'll go with Bryce Lopez on the mound. Out of Ottawa University in Surprise, Arizona. Has had 2 games. Has had rough first innings, both appearances. But after that bad first inning, he settles in and pitches well throughout the remainder of his appearance. Lopez has acquired an 11.32 ERA in 2 games pitched. His last appearance back on July 29th, pitched 6 innings against the Pioneers, allowing 9 hits, 9 runs, only 4 of them earned in the loss in just his second game with the Trappers. His college teammate Jacob Griffin will be supporting him in left field. So Ryan Bachman will squat down next to the batter's box as the Sasquatch look to get things started right, with Bachman stepping into the batter's box. Bachman yesterday going 0 for 3. He does jump in the batting order from the 5-hole up to the leadoff spot. Had a weird situation with him in the 9th inning, which he was out on a batter's interference call on a runner going towards second base, and the first pitch from Bryce Lopez will miss for ball number 1. Umpires in today's contest, same umpires as yesterday, however, flipped with Matt Beaver in the field and Alex Shoemaker behind the plate. (1-0) Lopez. Well inside, called a strike, however. One ball, one strike to the leadoff batter in Ryan Bachman. Lopez waits. Now a dribbler over to Kim, the shortstop. Kim will have a lob well over the first baseman. Was he throwing to the dugout? As it will roll into right field. Heading off for third is now Ryan Bachman, and a big mistake for Andrew Kim, the shortstop, to lead off the ballgame. It'll be a 3-base error for Ryan Bachman. Andrew Kim, the shortstop, being credited with the error as well. So it'll now bring up Theo Hardy. Hardy had a decent day yesterday. He singled, later came around to score in the 6th inning when he reached third on a pair of errors. First pitch will catch the zone. No, miss for ball number 1, excuse me. So a ball and no strikes with a runner at third base. Sasquatch threatening to take an early lead on a high fly ball, and that should do it to deep right field at the track. And that will be a home run for Theo Hardy. Hardy sends a 2-run home run over the wall. It is 2-0 Sasquatch early on And for Theo Hardy, his third home run of the year has made it a 2-0 ball game. A first-inning home run for the Trappers yesterday, and the Sasquatch said we'll do the same tomorrow. And indeed they did. So with Hardy homering, it will bring up Seth Surratt. Surratt, the starting center fielder, in his same position and spot in the batting order as yesterday. Sasquatch are battling for a playoff spot with the Fremont Moo. They sit half a game back on the Moo entering today's ballgame. 2-0, curveball will fall in for a strike on an 0-1 pitch. 0-1 count, excuse me. Another curveball will miss outside for ball number 1. So the count will run even to a ball and a strike. On a chopper foul for strike number 2. So a ball and 2 strikes with nobody out after the first 2 batters reached, one via the air, and Theo Hardy then launched one over the right field wall, right down the right field line where it hit the 324 sign just to the left of it to take a 2-0 Sasquatch lead. One, two, well low for ball 2. Trappers the past 3 games have struggled here at home to score runs. The doubleheader against the Western Nebraska Pioneers, through 14 innings, the Trappers scored 0. Yesterday, they only scored 1 off a Caden Cardoso home run, as that will be a base hit back up the middle, roll into the glove of Spencer Weston, who occupies center field, as it will be back-to-back-to-back runners getting on back-to-back base hits. McAdoo, the first baseman, had a 2-for-4 day yesterday, including a triple and a single. So Lopez will set and fire on a pitch that catches the zone for strike number 1. Alex Shoemaker, for how much praise he gets in this league, does have a very delayed strike call that makes it hard to tell off the glove where it goes. 0-1, well inside, runner goes. The throw down by Colin Adams is in time, and Seth Surratt will be chopped down for out number 1. Caught stealing for out number 1 goes Seth Surratt. Both teams have had success catching runners going so far this series. 1-1 on a high pop fly. Heading back towards Spencer Weston in center field. Weston tracks it over towards right. Will reach up and make the catch for out number 2. So it'll now bring up Hayden Driggs. So Driggs steps into the batter's box as the starting catcher from tonight's game. We'll wait on the first pitch as it falls into the zone for strike number 1. Apologies, as it will be an 0-1 count. One will miss as it will go to a ball and 1 strike with 2 away after Seth Surratt caught stealing, and a fly out to center field by Charles McAdoo. 1-1 will fall into the strike zone for strike number 2. So a 1-2 count will go against the Sasquatch catcher. Taking a look at the standings, Fremont sits at 19-9. They will have a really tough and really important series in Gering, Nebraska. Ball and 2 strikes as a pitch will miss well low for ball number 2, evening the count. Fremont at 19-9, Spearfish at 19-10. Sasquatch half a game back on the division-leading Fremont move for a playoff spot. And for Fremont, as a 2-2 hit over towards center field, Weston will have a play on it yet again. Weston comes in, and we'll have to leave it there. More on the Sasquatch playoff implications when we return for the bottom of the first inning. As this inning for Spearfish, they scored 2 runs, one of them earned off 2 base hits, 1 error, and no runners left on base. 2-0 Sasquatch, middle of the first.
Hey, it's the old Top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is known for top quality food. Now you can have our food selections delivered right to your front door using DoorDash. That's right, now you have 4 ways that you can get great Gators food. Dine in, carry out, curbside pickup, and now delivery through DoorDash. Gators has been serving the Pierre area and now Trappers baseball fans since 1987. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Dan-O's Marine is a proud partner of Pierre Trappers Baseball. Located at 320 St. Charles Street, Dan-O's provides service on your boat to get you back out on the water in the dog days of summer. Give them a call at 605-224-6612. That's Dan-O's Marine at 605-224-6612. Any water, any problem, Dan-O's Marine. Bottom of the first inning, we'll take you through the defensive order for the Sasquatch and the batting order one more time for the Trappers. For the Sasquatch, they'll go with Silty in left, the pitcher now a position player, Surrett in center, Dorr in right, Bachman at third, Hardy at short, Ninnis at second, McAdoo at first. Wessels takes the mound with Driggs behind the plate. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, they'll lead things off with the third baseman Hill, the shortstop Kim, the first baseman Perez, the left fielder Griffin, the catcher Adams, the second baseman Reinhardt, the DH Shelton, the center fielder Weston, and the right fielder in Williams will round things out. As Garrett Hill steps into the batter's box to take on Jace Wessels. Wessels this season with a 9 ERA in 6 appearances and 6 starts. First pitch will fall in for a strike to Garrett Hill. That one will miss low, evens the count to a ball and a strike. 1-1 will be called a strike. That pushes it into the Sasquatch favor as Wessels gets a 1-2 count on the batter in Garrett Hill. The 1-2 will miss low and away for ball number 2, as the count will run even to Garrett Hill, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Fremont Moo have a very important series in Gering this weekend, or this week I should say, as a pitch runs high and inside for ball number 3. As if they win 2 out of the 3 games that they play in Gering, they will clinch a tiebreaker over the Sasquatch as a 3-2 is hit towards center field. Surrett calling for it. Dead center as he reaches up and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Andrew Kim out of the University of Illinois went 0 for 4 yesterday, including a strikeout and 2 consecutive pop-outs to the second baseman. He'll look for a bit more success against Jace Wessels. First pitch from Wessels on the outside part of the plate, but will catch the zone for strike number 1. But the way tiebreakers work in the Expedition League is it is the head-to-head record, not against each other. It's the 0-1 check swing, but will be called a strike anyway for strike number 2, but of the next best team of the non-tied team. So right now in the standings, that's the Western Nebraska Pioneers. The 0-2 will miss for ball number 1. So if the Fremont Moo defeat the Pios in 2 out of 3 games in Gehring, they will clinch a tiebreaker over the Sasquatch should they be tied at the end of the season. As a pop fly over to left field, Silty underneath it ends up making the catch, about dropped it, and as it will be the pitcher in Hayden Silty now playing left field. So just trying to get used to that outfield position, as it will now bring up Brendan Perez. So Perez steps into the batter's box after the fly out to left by Andrew Kim. First pitch falls in for strike number 1. The 0-1 count, a check swing on a pitch low. They will appeal down, says no swing, as the count will go even to a ball and a strike. Taking a look at the Expedition League scoreboard, this is the only game in the Expedition League with a score currently. That pitch will miss for ball number 2, 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the first in Minot, as there's a high fly ball towards center field. Surrett again calling for it. Ranges over more towards right field, but will reach up and make the catch. As the Trappers go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first, a pair of flyouts to center field and a fly out to left. This inning for the Trappers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 1 complete. It's the Sasquatch 2 and the Trappers 0.
Wow, Shell's Quick Stop is the place to go for a variety of food, drinks, fishing tackle, and more. Hungry? Come on down for breakfast pizza, burritos, biscuits and gravy, soup, salad, and wraps. Thirsty? Try their hot and cold espresso drinks, lattes, frappuccinos, and milkshakes from the drive-up window. Heading down to the water? Stop by to pick up minnows, crawlers, and leeches to secure the big bites. All of it's down at Shell's at 621 West Sioux Avenue. The Governor's Inn is the exclusive motel partner of the Pierre Trappers. Check out the special Trappers rate for your visit to Pierre and Hyde Stadium this summer. Call 605-224-4200 directly to get the Trappers rate. With free wireless internet, a deluxe breakfast, and an indoor pool and hot tub, there's no reason not to stop at the Governor's Inn.
Top of the second inning as the Sasquatch will try to extend their lead from a 2-run inning in the first, as leading things off will be Gage Ninnis. The 6-hole batter is the 6-7-8 are due up in this part of the inning. Ninnis will take the first pitch high and inside for ball number 1. Elsewhere in the Expedition League, pregame in Gehring as the Pioneers and the Moo. Ground ball over to third, picked up by Hill. Hill will fire onto Perez in time for the out. A 5-3 ground out will lead off the second. So that'll put one away, bringing up Michael Dorr. Door, the right fielder, got his first at-bats yesterday, going 0 for 2 with a pair of walks, so has an on-base percentage of .500. We'll drill that first pitch over to right field, and diving to make the play is Richie Williams. What a play by Williams in right, as he reaches up to make the catch. So a 5-3 ground out, now a fly out to right. As it will bring up the first at bat of Hayden Silty, a pitcher with a 2-3 record, all 8s in his ERA. Will take his first pitch from Bryce Lopez down the center of the plate for strike number 1. For Hayden Silty this season on the mound, 12 appearances, 2 starts, and 25 and a third innings pitched. Has allowed 49 base hits, looking for one of his own as he'll hit that one towards center field. Reaching up is Richie Williams to reach up and make the catch for the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Sasquatch here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we'll head to the bottom of the second, Trappers trying to claw their way back into this with a 4, 5, 6 part of the batting order due up in Griffin, Adams, and Reinhardt.
Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry are your homes for everything clothing in the capital area. Since 2010, Total Beauty has offered great customer service and competitive prices. Next door at Speedway Laundry, they have you covered for a fast, convenient way to wash and dry your clothes and other household items, including king-size comforters. Visit them at 111 First Street in Fort Pierre.
You don't need an illness to need a doctor. You don't need to feel sick to feel better. You don't need to be unwell to get well. What you do need is a primary care provider at Sanford Health. Better healthcare starts with regular wellness visits and a familiar face who knows you, your concerns, and your goals. We're here before you need us. We're here when you need us. We're here after you need us. We're here for you. Find your primary care provider at sanfordhealth.org today.
Trappers due up here in the bottom of the second inning, as it will be Jacob Griffin, Colin Adams, and Brock Reinhardt due up. Leading things off for the Trappers here in the bottom of the second will be Jacob Griffin out of Ottawa University in Surprise, Arizona, getting his first appearance against the Sasquatch from Hyde Stadium, as he last appeared on Sunday against the Moo. First pitch outside for ball 1. So ball and no strikes. Another one outside. We'll go 2-0 to Jacob Griffin. Mentioned how the Sasquatch are half a game back in the Clark Division standings. However, a large lead for the Sasquatch atop the overall standings. Pitch will miss outside for ball number 3. Taking a look at the overall standings from the first and second half combined, the Sasquatch lead that category as Griffin will draw a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning against Jace Wessels. Griffin draws the walk as it will bring up Colin Adams. But the Sasquatch atop the Clark Division standings at 40-19, one game ahead of the Fremont Moo, who are 39-20. However, unfortunately for the Sasquatch, it's not the overall standings leader who makes the playoffs, but it's the two half champions, as a foul ball hit down the third base line, fielded by the Trappers' third base coach for strike number 1. So the count will move to 0-1 after a 4-pitch walk to Jacob Griffin to lead off the inning. Accepts the sign on a pitch that will miss high for ball number 1. Meanwhile, on the other side in the Lewis division, The Souris Valley SaberDogs still lead the Lewis division in the second half with a 19-9 record, 2.5 games above the Badlands Big Six, as that pitch will get away and Griffin takes off for second base. Wild pitch by Jace Wessels will advance Griffin over to second base. So Adams steps back in with a 2-1 count. Make that a pass ball instead. So a 2-1 count. Runner now in scoring position on the at-bat to Colin Adams. A look back over at second base by Wessels before firing the 2-1 well high and inside, closer to the face of Colin Adams rather than his bat. 3-1 will be the new count. Elsewhere in the Lewis division standings, the Mining City Tommyknockers at 15-13, 4 games back on the SaberDogs. The Canyon County Spuds at 15-15 are 5 games back. And I'd have to do the math on that one, as a pitch will miss outside for ball number 4, pushing runners to first and second. Brock Reinhardt, who also got a day off yesterday. With such a small roster in terms of position players, not often that you get to get a day off. But both Reinhardt and Jacob Griffin getting days off yesterday. Griffin, of course, he didn't have an entire day off, as that first pitch will be fouled off. So I believe that one hit a car on Capitol Avenue down the left field line. Griffin did have to come in as a defensive substitution in place of Caden Cardoso after he was hit in the elbow by a pitch. 0-1 look back over to second base on a pitch that will miss outside for ball 1. Another one fouled off down the left field line. As the counter, Reinhardt will move into Wessels, and the Sasquatch favor a ball and 2 strikes. So a ball and 2 strikes on a foul ball down the left field line. Another one keeps the count where it is at 1-2. And based off my math, with their loss yesterday to the Badlands Big Sticks, the Canyon County Spuds have now been mathematically eliminated from the Lewis Division playoffs. 1-2, check back over to second base before firing on another foul ball by Brock Reinhardt. Of course, currently the Big Sticks and Spuds, who are the 2 teams jockeying for the spot against the SaberDogs. 1-2, swung on and missed. Not in the dirt, so Reinhardt will be retired on the strikeout, swinging for the first out of the inning. First strikeout for either side so far today, as it will bring up the designated hitter for the Trappers in Jared Shelton. Shelton last appeared on July 28th against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. It was a blowout game for the Trappers, and Shelton decided to make it a bit more of a blowout. Hit a grand slam to right field. He's only had 4 at-bats so far and 4 RBIs to match. First pitch to Shelton will miss low for ball number 1. Now, after Shelton hit his grand slam, they're talking to him after the game, and he said as a pitcher himself, there was no way he was taking a walk. We'll see if his thinking changes here in a big situation with 1 away and 2 on. 1-0 at the knees, but called a strike for strike number 1. So Shelton's count will go even to a ball and a strike. Look back over to second base. Another one by Wessels. 1-1, big swing and a miss for strike number 2. Shelton this season in 4 at-bats to match his 1 home run does only have 1 strikeout. His other 2 were hard-hit groundouts. Ball and 2 strikes. He'll look back over to second base. Pitch on the way, well outside. As it will even the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second inning. Sasquatch 2, Trappers 0. Two, chopped back up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop, step onto first, fire onto first base in time for the double play. So Shelton will ground into a 6-3 double play. No need for that second baseman on this iteration. Out between the bases will be Colin Adams between first and second. This inning for the Trappers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 2 complete. It's the Sasquatch 2 and the Trappers 0.
Trappers fans, summer is here. Get your boat back in shape with a visit to Dano's Marine. Dano's Marine will get you back out on the water this summer with excellent service and years of experience. Give them a call at 605-224-6612 or visit them at 320 St. Charles Street in Pierre. Any water, any problem, Dano's Marine.
Top of the third inning as Bryce Lopez returns to the mound for his 3rd inning of work, and it seems to be a trend with Bryce Lopez. We'll start off the 1st inning with a bit of a rough start, allowed a 2 spot today, but then seems to settle in the remaining innings. Had a 3 up, 3 down inning. In the 2nd, we'll see what he can do here against the Sasquatch. In the 3rd, is leading things off will be the designated hitter in Cade Stuff. So Stuff steps into the batter's box. Wait on the first pitch from Hill. Almost puts the bat down as he takes that pitch for a strike. Did not want to offer at that one no matter what. Instead, it will be a strike to Stuff. Again, puts the bat down almost like he was going to show bunt, as that one misses for ball 1. So a ball and a strike, Lopez. A bunt fouled back for strike number 2, and Stuff, who's been bunting his past few at-bats, including yesterday, will now either have to risk bunting again and having it go foul for a strikeout, or will have to swing away. Corner infield still playing in. 1-2 does show bunt, a swinging bunt over to first base, dropped by Perez, picked up while his foot was touching the bag, a 3 unassisted. And I think the Trappers are starting to figure out exactly how to play Cade Stuff. With every single time he's come up to bat, he shows bunt. So a slap bunt ground out for Cade Stuff. So it's Ryan Bachman, the leadoff batter, taking the at-bat as a curveball will miss low into the zone for ball number 1. Bachman 0 for 1 today. He reached third base off the same error by Andrew Kim, the starting shortstop. 1-0 taken high. 2-0 the new count with one away here in the top of the third. Tomorrow will be the third of the 4-game series between the Sasquatch and the Trappers. First pitch is scheduled for 7:05. You can tune in on both the Trappers YouTube and Mixler live streams as the 2-0 hit into high right field. Williams racing in and unable to get there. As coming in, the second baseman Reinhardt trying to make the catch as well. Instead, it will be a base hit for Ryan Bachman. So Bachman gets aboard with one away to bring up Theo Hardy. Hardy hit his third home run of the season in his last at-bat on a high fly ball to right field. Hardy will look for his second consecutive home run. That would double the Sasquatch lead. Lopez waits as Shoemaker calls time as Lopez began his delivery. One away. Sasquatch 2, Trappers 0. Theo Hardy, the current batter. The pitch from Lopez will skip in the dirt and get away off the wild pitch. Taking second is Ryan Bachman. So Bachman pulls in off the wild pitch from Bryce Lopez. As the count moves to 1 ball, no strikes, as that was the first pitch to Theo Hardy in this plate appearance. Elsewhere in the Expedition League, another game has gotten underway. The Casper Horseheads already down in a hole to the Souris Valley Saberdogs, 3-0 in the bottom of the second. 1-0 taken low for ball number 2. The Saberdogs returning home to Corbett Field after a 3-week break, in part because of the North Dakota State Fair hosted in Minot, North Dakota. Another one will miss low for ball 3 as Lopez trying to potentially pitch around Hardy. (3-0) count with a runner at second. Look back over to second base by Lopez on a pitch that will catch the high part of the plate, right at the letters of Hardy's uniform for strike number 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. So for the Saberdogs, their 3-game series against the Casper Horseheads in Minot will be their last regular season home series at Corbett Field. 3-1, Lopez delivers on a pitch low for ball 4. Hardy will toss the bat back towards the dugout as he takes the free pass to first. Seth Surratt out of LIU, 1 for 1 with a single in the first inning following Theo Hardy's home run, was later caught stealing second base. So Colin Adams and Seth Surratt have a brief conversation as Surratt steps into the batter's box. College teammates in the regular season, both playing for the Sharks. Look back over at second base where Bachman dances. Pitch high and outside for ball 1. As Adams and Surratt continue talking even in between pitches. Of course, I'm sure Surratt and Adams know each other better than Adams knows the Trappers or Surratt knows the Sasquatch. 1-0 well outside for ball 2. The SaberDogs, their final home series, as it was announced today that for August 6th and 7th, the Souris Valley SaberDogs will be traveling right here to Hyde Stadium to take on the Pierre Trappers. 2-0 will bounce well low for ball 3. Time called as Adams will come out to talk to his pitcher in Bryce Lopez after allowing a single to Ryan Bachman and then a walk to Theo Hardy. Now it's a 3-0 count against Seth Surrett. Trappers pitching staff could be in a bit of trouble. As with roster size continuing to dwindle as we approach the next academic school year at colleges and universities around the country, more players are being called back for their fall training. .3-0 on the way, will miss low for ball 4. And the bases will go loaded with that walk, as it will push Bachman up to third and Hardy over to second. And for the Sasquatch power hitter as well in Charles McAdoo in the cleanup spot, and he'll try to clean up the bases full of Sasquatch. McAdoo with 8 home runs this year, 74 RBIs. Lopez stands tall on the mound. Will look over to third base to check on Bachman before delivering on a first pitch on the inside part of the plate, but called a strike for strike number 1. Bases are loaded with just 1 away. The only out, a Cade Stuff ground out over to first base on a slap to Brendan Perez. Oh, one big swing and a miss as McAdoo was trying to unload the bases and give the Sasquatch a 6-0 lead. Instead, it will be an 0-2 count against McAdoo from Lopez. No balls, 2 strikes. Lopez readjusts before firing on a line drive down the left field line that will drop for extra bases. In to score is Bachman. Hardy will be right behind. Picked up by the left fielder in Griffin. Stopping at third is Theo Hardy, and pulling into second with a 1-out, 2 RBI double is Charles McAdoo. Coming in through a big spot to score 2 runs. In to score is Bachman from third and Hardy from second. Surrett will pull around 2 bases to get to third. So that doubles the Sasquatch lead. It was a 2-run lead, make it a 4-run lead, as it will be Hayden Driggs, the new batter. First pitch to Driggs, too far inside, as it will miss for the first ball of the at-bat. Bryce Lopez facing only the Pioneers and the Tommyknockers so far this season. 1-0 on a high pop fly back towards the press box, and we'll go over it for strike 1. Four to nothing Sasquatch after the 2 RBI double by McAdoo, who's still standing at second base. Lopez fires another pitch inside for ball 2. Lopez has been really struggling with control through this appearance so far. Runners at second and third with first base wide open. 2-1 on the outside part of the plate, but will catch the zone for strike number 2. Most of Bryce Lopez's misses have been on the inside part of the plate to right-handed batters. The right-handed arm taking on the right-handed batter in Hayden Driggs, who flew out to center field in his previous at-bat. Back on top of the hill, the 2-2 hammered towards right field in foul territory. Williams will let that one drop as it will keep the count 2-2. And even if that one had stayed in the field of play, smarter decision to let that one drop as a foul ball as opposed to catching it, as even if it is a foul ball, it's a green light for Surrett to come in. Two, another one missing inside for ball 3. And I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. It's become clear where Bryce Lopez's pitching is on inside pitches to right-handed batters. Count will go full with one away. There is room at the in at first. The 3-2 fouled off. So we'll reset and do it one more time as Hayden Driggs tries to add another RBI to his total. Driggs, the native of Madera, California. The right-handed batter stands at 5'11". Top of the third. 2 runs for the Sasquatch in both the top of the first and now here in the third. 3-2 is swung on and missed for a strikeout as Driggs will go down on strikes. So Driggs, who was announced as the beer batter tonight, will make the home crowd happy with a strikeout as it will bring up Gage Ninnis. Ninnis 0 for 1 today, grounding out to the third baseman and Garrett Hill in his previous at-bat. First pitch from Lopez will kick away from Colin Adams. As the runner comes in, time was called. Nobody chasing after the baseball. Did that one run in and hit him? So it will be a hit by pitch instead. Everybody, including the 2 runners on board in Surrett and McAdoo, thought it was a pass ball or a wild pitch. Instead, Ninnis will be nailed by the pitch from Lopez as it will load up the bases with 2 away. So Michael Dorr will come in with an opportunity with the bases loaded and 2 away. An 0 for 2 day yesterday and 0 for 1 start to today. Still looking for his first RBI of the season. What a time to get it right here. First pitch down the center of the plate for strike number 1. Dorr does have an advantage in this matchup as the left-handed batter taking on the right-handed arm in Bryce Lopez. And there's a chance for an RBI to hit the deep right center field. Williams will call for it, however, reach up and make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the damage has been limited somewhat for Bryce Lopez as he does stop the bases loaded threat with 2 outs from passing with a fly out from Michael Dorr. However, this inning, 2 runs, both of them earned off 2 base hits, no errors. Sasquatch leave the bases loaded. Middle of the third, it's 4-0 Spearfish over the Trappers. Trappers will come up with Weston, Williams, and Hill when we come back.
When it comes to clothing in the capital area, Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry have you covered. Speedway Laundry offers the fastest way to clean clothes, with free Wi-Fi offered while you wait. Next door, family-owned and operated Total Beauty has a constantly changing inventory of top-quality clothing. Check out the newest lines in clothing by giving Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry a visit at 111 First Street in Fort Pierre.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are. no matter how long you've been gone. The place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Bottom of the third as the Trappers come up to bat, now down by 4 runs. Going to need to start to get something offensively happening in the next couple of innings. Otherwise, the Sasquatch are going to continue to add on more and more insurance runs as they will be led to their second straight victory over the Trappers here from Hyde. So Weston steps into the batter's box out of Western Oregon University. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Although he attends school in the state of Oregon, attends Irvine, calls Irvine, California his hometown, pitch will kick away from the catcher in Driggs for ball number 2, a 2-0 count. Uniforms in today's ballgame, the Trappers wearing white pants with a navy blue stripe down the side, navy blue belts with a gold top, navy blue number on the back with the Trappers word mark across the front. 2-0 missing low for ball number 3. Meanwhile, for the Sasquatch, gray pants with a black stripe down the side, black belts with a bright blue uniform, black numbers on the back with the Sasquatch logo across the front, black caps for the Sasquatch, gold for the Trappers. 3-0 down the center of the plate for strike number 1. Dribbled over to the third baseman. Picked up, fires onto first, and it will be in time. A good play from Bachman to McAdoo for the first out of the inning. As it will bring up the 9-hole batter in Richie Williams. Williams, out of the University of Maine, playing for the Black Bears, did not get to have a collegiate appearance this season. As he'll take the first pitch for a strike at the knees. Oh, 1 will kick up some chalk from the left-handed batter's box, which will even the count to a ball and a strike. Williams, the native of Georgetown, Massachusetts. Where's number 1 for the Trappers? It's the 1-1 will be hit into right field. Will get past the diving Charles McAdoo, as it will be the first base hit of the ball game for the Pierre Trappers with 1 away here in the bottom of the third. As the lineup card flips over, we head back to the top of the order for Garrett Hill. Hill 0 for 1 today after he flew out to center field in the first. So Williams at first base, the third base runner of the day and the first to get aboard via a base hit. First pitch will catch the strike zone for strike number 1. Garrett Hill out of Williston, North Dakota. Pickoff attempt back to first base, but back in safely is Williams. Attends the North Dakota State University, playing for the Bison. This season bats .265. 6 doubles and a triple as he'll swing and miss at the second pitch of his at-bat. That moves the count to a 0-2 count. .02, swung on and missed for strike number 3 as Hill will be retired via the punchout, and the second strikeout for Jake Wessels on the night. So it'll be up to Andrew Kim trying to drive Williams at least over. Another base without recording an out, as that strikeout to Garrett Hill went for out number 2 of the inning. On a ground ball, heading over past the diving shortstop in Theo Hardy. Trappers play station to station with Williams pulling into second base. So Kim did his job of extending the inning as it brings up Brendan Perez. Perez, the senior at a Point University, calls Lilburn, Georgia his hometown. Waits on the first pitch, well outside for ball 1. Perez, a two-way player, bats .260 on the year, but also has a .252 average against him as a pitcher. Has appeared in 12 games as a pitcher. Is taking off for third base is Richie Williams on the pickoff attempt over to first to get Andrew Kim. And a heads-up play by Richie Williams will go as a stolen base, putting runners at the corners. So Perez faces a 2-0 count. Second base now empty after the stolen base. 2-0 high and tight for ball 3. Jacob Griffin stands on deck should Perez draw a walk. 3-0, but that one will catch zone for strike number 1. Perez stays into the batter's box to take on a 3-1 count and face the 5th pitch of this at-bat. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Sasquatch. No runs on 2 hits, 1 error as that's a fly ball hit towards left field. Silty, the left fielder underneath it, will reach up and make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Silty, the pitcher, getting it done in left field, his 2nd put out of the ballgame. We're through a 3rd of this ballgame. 4-0, Sasquatch in front. This inning for the Trappers, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Sasquatch will come up to bat in the top of the 4th with Silty, Stuff, and Bachman due up.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is known for top quality food. Now you can have our food selections delivered right to your front door using DoorDash. That's right, now you have 4 ways that you can get great Gators food. Dine in, carry out, curbside pickup, and now delivery through DoorDash. Gators has been serving the Pierre area and now Trappers baseball fans since 1987. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Dano's Marine is a proud partner of Pierre Trappers Baseball. Located at 320 St. Charles Street, Dano's provides service on your boat to get you back out on the water in the dog days of summer. Give them a call at 605-224-6612. That's Dano's Marine at 605-224-6612. Any water, any problem, Dano's Marine.
Hayden Silty leads things off for the Sasquatch. Flew out to right field in his lone at-bat of the season. That was also 2 innings ago in the 2nd as he'll take the first pitch for a strike. Silty, the North Dakota State product, taking a look at his college teammate in Garrett Hill, who stands at 3rd. High pitch will make it even. Ball and a strike. 1-1 on a high pop fly on the right side of the infield as Reinhardt, the second baseman, will reach up and make the catch. A pop out to Brock Reinhardt, the second baseman, for the first out of the inning. Cade Stuff, who has been bunting the past couple of times, and the third baseman and Garrett Hill knows this as he's playing well into the infield grass. Stuff shows bunt again. Will put it down the third base line, however, foul for strike number 1. Stuff is coming off of an injury that he sustained in late June, has not taken an official at-bat since then until last night. Shows bunt once more. The 0-1 tried to slap it, but it will go foul for strike number 2. So now Stuff really needs to be careful to avoid a strikeout. So an 0-2 count to Cade Stuff with Ryan Bachman standing on deck. Shows bunt once more, pulls back for ball 1. It is only the third baseman, Garrett Hill, playing in the infield grass. Perez playing close, but still in the dirt. Another pitch will miss high for ball 2. From an 0-2 count, as Stuff has worked it even. Pulls back once more on another pitch that goes high for ball 3. And if Adrian Lopez isn't careful, he could walk a batter that is almost willing to get out by laying down a bunt. Shows bunt again, called strike 3 on a pitch inside. Was very close to being a walk. However, a strikeout looking for Cade Stuff. Second strikeout of the ballgame for Bryce Lopez. Bachman 1 for 2 today, reached on an error in the first, singled in the third. Both times came around a score. First pitch to him will hit the strike zone on the inside part of the plate for strike number 1. No balls and a strike. Pitch taken high. So the count will move to 1-1. Silty, the leadoff batter of this inning, popped out to the second baseman, and Reinhardt. Stuff struck out looking for the first 2 outs of the inning. Bases remain empty here in the top of the 4th. 1-1, low and outside will work it to Bachman's favor. 2 balls and a strike. Lopez sets, looks into Bachman. Lifts the leg and deals on a pitch high and tight. However, called a strike for strike number 2. Count runs even. Should Bachman extend the inning, Hardy stands on deck. Pitch will miss low as the count runs full, 3-2. 4-0 Sasquatch lead here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, payoff pitch on the way from Bryce Lopez. Inside ball 4. Third walk surrendered by Lopez tonight as Bachman will reach base off the third different method. So Theo Hardy, who's 1 for 1 with a 2-run home run in the first, drew a walk in the third, will take the at-bat. Hardy, the San Jose State Spartan in the regular season. First pitch to him will miss for ball number 1. Taking a look at the Expedition League scoreboard, most games have had scoring that are underway. Bottom of the second inning, the Pioneers lead the Fremont Moo 3-0. 1-0 again will miss, 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the 5th inning, in Grand Forks, the Sioux Falls Sunfish lead the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd, the Saber Dogs dominating the Horseheads 9-0. 2-0 swung on and bringing Hardy to his knees for strike 1. So Lopez slightly working it back towards the Trappers' favor with the first strike of the at-bat. Four base hits for the Sasquatch. Double the Trappers' total, as that one's going to be hit for base hit number 5 into center field. Dropping in front of Spencer Weston. The runner in Ryan Bachman will pull into second base, playing station to station off the base hit. So Hardy singles as Bachman gets to second. Surrett, who's singled and walked on his line today, so 1 for 1. We'll have an opportunity here for an RBI with a runner in scoring position. However, there are 2 away. First pitch in there for called strike number 1. For Bryce Lopez has not had the start that he's wanted, has already dealt 73 pitches. Look back towards second base. The 0-1 hits the zone for strike number 2 as Surrett falls behind at the count 0-2. Runners at first and second with Hardy at first, Bachman at second base. Lopez looks into Surrett. Takes a moment before setting and firing on a foul ball. Pulled back into the screen by Surrett. Count remains 0-2. Charles McAdoo stands on deck should Surrett find a way to get on board. For 4-0 Sasquatch. Bryce Lopez steps up, looks over to second base. The other of the 2 Lopez's has a swing and a foul ball back towards the Sasquatch dugout for strike number 2. Adrian Lopez was the original pitcher with a Lopez last name, was later joined after the All-Star break when Bryce Lopez joined the team. Speaking of Adrian Lopez, currently warming up in the Trappers' bullpen. 0-2, swung on and missed. Put him in the spin cycle as he strikes out swinging. Third strikeout of the evening for Bryce Lopez as he gets Surrett swinging. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Middle of the 4th inning, it's the Sasquatch 4 and the Trappers 0. Griffin, Adams, and Reinhardt due up for Pierre when we come back.
Wow, Shell's Quick Stop is the place to go for a variety of food, drinks, fishing tackle, and more. Hungry? Come on down for breakfast pizza, burritos, biscuits and gravy, soup, salad, and wraps. Thirsty? Try their hot and cold espresso drinks, lattes, frappuccinos, and milkshakes from the drive-up window. Heading down to the water? Stop by to pick up minnows, crawlers, and leeches to secure the big bites. All of it's down at Shells at 621 West Sioux Avenue. The Governor's Inn is the exclusive motel partner of the Pierre Trappers. Check out the special Trappers rate for your visit to Pierre and Hyde Stadium this summer. Call 605-224-4200 directly to get the Trappers rate. With free wireless internet, a deluxe breakfast, and an indoor pool and hot tub, there's no reason not to stop at the Governor's Inn.
Bottom of the fourth inning, as it will be Jacob Griffin leading things off for the Pierre Trappers. Griffin, no official at-bat today as the first pitch swung on and missed for strike number 1. Walked in his previous at-bat, advancing to second base on a pass ball before the inning was over, leaving Griffin stranded. Another strike will push it 0-2 to Jacob Griffin as he falls behind early. 0-2 on a fly ball hit towards left center field in a tough spot. And it will drop for a base hit for Jacob Griffin, getting aboard as the leadoff batter at the bottom of the fourth. So Griffin gets aboard. That will bring up Colin Adams. Adams, the catcher, has the luxury of talking to his college teammate in Seth Surratt when he comes up to bat. However, when Adams comes to bat, there's no member of the Sasquatch farther than Seth Surratt, the center fielder. First pitch will fall into Adams for strike number 1. Jace Wessels has been in control of his stuff tonight, has been foreshadowed by the Sasquatch offense, or excuse me, the Sasquatch defense and the Sasquatch offense. Fouled back into the Welcome to Hyde Stadium sign over the main grandstand as it will go to an 0-2 count. Wessels, through 3 innings of work, has only allowed 3 base hits. Walking 2, striking out 2, has not allowed a run. 0-2 from Wessels will miss low for ball 1. So now a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base and Jacob Griffin. Here on Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021, the 1-2. High just over the letters for ball 2. In game 2 of this 4-game series between the Pierre Trappers and the Spearfish Sasquatch. The 4 games here at Hyde. The Sasquatch returning the favor of 4 games at Black Hills Energy Stadium, as that will be a fair ball down the left field line, hitting off the glove of Bachman. Trappers play station to station as Griffin will pull into second base on the play. Colin Adams will single. As Brock Reinhardt will step up to the plate. Good opportunity for Reinhardt with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Brock Reinhardt has turned his walk-up song into maybe one of the more iconic walk-ups that we've heard so far this baseball season. Goes up to the plate every time by a song called Lover Lover. Called strike will push it to an 0-1 count. And not sure where it came from. However, Reinhardt says that he's loved it ever since he was young. Just kept on going with it as his walk-up. And it might seem to work, as that will be a fly ball over to right field, but speared by Dorr. So Reinhardt will be retired here in the bottom of the 4th with a line out to right field. Both runners stay where they are, as it will be Jared Shelton coming up to the plate. Shelton 0 for 1 today as he grounded into a 6-3 double play that got Colin Adams out as well in the second inning. Check swing on a pitch low for ball number 1, no appeal. Ball and no strikes with 2 runners aboard. On a ground ball that will get through the left side of the infield. Jared Shelton's first base hit. That's not a home run. Coming in to score will be Jacob Griffin as the Trappers are on the board for the first time today. An RBI single for Jared Shelton. So Shelton with an RBI single. Advancing to second base will be Colin Adams. Jacob Griffin comes home to score as it's now a 4-1 lead for the Sasquatch. Trappers cutting into it. Spencer Weston 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the third baseman in his previous and lone up out of the ballgame as he takes the first pitch inside and upstairs. On a beautiful night here from Pierre, South Dakota, not a cloud in the sky. 1-0 fouled back for strike number 1. We'll put the count to a ball and a strike. Weather at first pitch was 88 degrees. That has cooled by 4 degrees. It is now 84 degrees and sunny. Expected to cool by another 7 degrees when the clock strikes 10 here in Pierre. Expected to be 77 degrees. 1-1 as a pitch will be called a strike for strike number 2. So a ball and 2 strikes to Spencer Weston. 4-1 Sasquatch now lead after the RBI single by Jared Shelton, who currently occupies first base. 1-2, a check swing that bounces in the dirt. No swing, no foul tip. The throw down to second base. Shelton will slide in off the wild pitch. That puts now 2 runners in scoring position. Colin Adams advances from second to third. Shelton gets from first to second. And I was just about to mention before that this is the first time this season that we have gotten to see Jared Shelton as a base runner. Did not get aboard his first game. Had 1 at-bat against Western Nebraska. It was a home run, so we got to see him run the bases but not become a base runner. Second pitch will bounce in the dirt. The count runs full to Spencer Weston. Richie Williams stands on deck, should get an at-bat barring a double play. Wessels waits, looks inside. There's now action going in the Sasquatch bullpen. 3-2, ground ball heading over to third. Picked up by Bachman. Bachman will fire onto first base in time for the out as Shelton advances over to third base. The Trappers fans a little upset with the call at first base as it was a tight play, as May will be asking from the first base coach position the home plate umpire. Either way, it is out number 2 as another run comes in to score in Colin Adams. Williams waits. The ball slightly gets away from the catcher, but it will miss for ball number 1. So Weston, a 5-3 groundout, ended up being an RBI groundout as Shelton moves over to third base and Adams comes in to score. The 1-0 high and tight. Williams has to move its face out of the way to avoid getting hit. Trappers have cut their deficit in half. It was a 4-0 Sasquatch lead in the middle of the fourth. It will at least be 4-2 at the end of the fourth. But it will not be. It will be at least 4-3. RBI base hit for Richie Williams. Drives home Jared Shelton. Shelton comes in. It's now 4-3. Trappers starting a big rally here in the bottom of the fourth. They're back within a run. So we head back to the top of the order for Garrett Hill. So the RBI single for Richie Williams will drive home Jared Shelton from third base. Hill today 0 for 2 as Wessel's facing his third time through the lineup. Hill flew out to center field and struck out swinging. First pitch will get away. Taking off for second base is Richie Williams. Wessels has fallen out of control as there have been a ton of pitches that have skipped under the glove of Driggs. Now time called as the head coach in Jared Molna will come out to talk to his pitcher in Jace Wessels. Williams will advance to second base via the wild pitch. Another runner in scoring position with a 1-0 count to Garrett Hill. Molna going back to the dugout, not happy about something that's been going on this inning defensively for the Sasquatch. His team still does have a lead. However, with a runner in scoring position and Garrett Hill up to the plate, that may not be for long. 1-0 on a high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Silty at the wall, at the track, and at the warning track. Reaching up and making the catch is Silty. Garrett Hill thought he had his first home run of the season, but it will die at the warning track. Almost gave the Trappers the lead, but instead it will end the fourth inning. Sasquatch lead 4-3. Just missing it by a foot. So Hill flies out to left field to end the inning. 3 runs, all of them earned off 4 base hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base for the Trappers. It's 4-3 at the end of 4. Due up for the Sasquatch, McAdoo, Driggs, and Ninnis.
Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry are your homes for everything clothing in the capital area. Since 2010, Total Beauty has offered great customer service and competitive prices. Next door at Speedway Laundry, they have you covered for a fast, convenient way to wash and dry your clothes and other household items, including king-size comforters. Visit them at 111 First Street in Fort Pierre.
You don't need an illness to need a doctor. You don't need to feel sick to feel better. You don't need to be unwell to get well. What you do need is a primary care provider at Sanford Health. Better healthcare starts with regular wellness visits and a familiar face who knows you, your concerns, and your goals. We're here before you need us. We're here when you need us. We're here after you need us. We're here for you. Find your primary care provider at sanfordhealth.org today.
Top of the 5th inning as the Sasquatch have had their lead cut in 2. They started the 4th inning with a 4-0 lead. They ended the 4th inning with just a 1-run lead, barely hanging on to that as Garrett Hill's shot to left field died at the warning track. The Sasquatch here in the top of the 5th will look to get it back with McAdoo, Driggs, and Ninnis due up. However, a new pitcher coming in for the Pierre Trappers in place of Bryce Lopez. It will now be Adrian Lopez coming into pitch. Lopez in his 13th appearance of the year in 8 starts. Last appeared against the Sasquatch, pitching an inning, 1 hit, did not allow a run. Leading things off will be Charles McAdoo. First pitch in there for strike number 1. 0-1 dribbled over to the third baseman, Hill. Hill picks it up, fires onto Perez. Close play, but it will be in time for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up the catcher in Hayden Driggs. Driggs today 0 for 2. Flew out to center field in the first inning, then made the home fans happy with a strikeout in the third, as he's been announced as tonight's beer batter from Hyde Stadium. Dollar off, should Driggs strike out. First pitch high for ball number 1. And if you want to get in on the action of cheering on a batter to get $1 off beer, of course, if you are of age, 21 or older, come on down to Hyde Stadium tomorrow as the Sasquatch and the Trappers play again tomorrow at 7:05 as another pitch will miss for ball number 2. Tickets can be bought online at peertrappers.com. Foul ball back into the Hyde Stadium, signed for strike 1 as it bounces back out onto the field. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top of the 5th. That's Adrian Lopez, not Bryce Lopez. Takes another pitch for a strike. Same last name, same home state. Both California natives, with Adrian Lopez, the current pitcher for the Trappers from Soledad. Bryce Lopez from Sacramento. Two, another pitch fouled off, heading back towards the crowd, and will roll back out onto Reese Street.
Proudly announced the addition of Hyde Dive Shop. Stop in and check out the complete selection of scuba, free diving, and spearfishing gear. Hawaii Dive Shop. Deep down, you want the best.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Pitch a bit too high for Shoemaker's liking as he'll call a ball from Lopez against Hayden Driggs. Driggs trying to avoid striking out for the second time tonight as the beer batter. Action is going in the Sasquatch bullpen as the 3-2 pitch called strike number 3, and the fans here will cheer in jubilation as they get another inning in which beer is $1 off. So first strikeout for Adrian Lopez as it will bring up Gage Ninnis. Ninnis 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the third baseman and was hit by a pitch in the third. First pitch will bounce in the dirt for ball number 1. One 0 count. A hard hit ground ball over to the second baseman, Reinhardt. Reinhardt passes it on to first where Brendan Perez receives it for the third out of the inning, and Adrian Lopez's first inning of work is a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As the Sasquatch goes scoreless here in the top of the 5th, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th, where it will be Andrew Kim, Brendan Perez, and Jacob Griffin due up.
Trappers fans, summer is here. Get your boat back in shape with a visit to Dano's Marine. Dano's Marine will get you back out on the water this summer with excellent service and years of experience. Give them a call at 605-224-6612 or visit them at 320 St. Charles Street in Pierre. Any water, any problem, Dano's Marine. Join the Shell's loyalty program and never pay full price for gas again. Shell's loyalty members also get monthly specials for increased savings. Shell's doesn't just fill up your tank, but it also fills up your stomach with a variety of food and drinks. Become a loyalty club member today by visiting Shell's at 621 Sioux Avenue or give them a call at 605-224-6266.
Bottom of the 5th inning is the Sasquatch also going with a new pitcher for themselves, as it will be number 6 in Ty Volmer, coming out at a Dawson Community College in 4 games, has pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 walks, 3 strikeouts, has not allowed an earned run against him so far, so currently has a perfect ERA. Volmer also with an impressive 133 batting average against. So Volmer will have to take on Andrew Kim to lead off his appearance here in Pierre. First pitch will fall in for a strike on the high part of the plate. So an 0-1 count to Andrew Kim. Volmer fires on a pitch on the inside part of the plate for strike number 2. Volmer, a native of another city in the Expedition League, however, decided to head over to a different city to play for this Expedition League season as a check swing appealed down, says no swing for a ball. Volmer, a native of Casper, Wyoming, elected not to play for the Horseheads, but instead for the Squatch. One-two, breaking ball outside for ball 2. Volmer did appear on July 26th against the Trappers. Pitched 1 inning, did not allow a hit, did walk 1 batter as a big swing and a miss. Will go for strike number 3, retiring Andrew Kim. With 1 away in the inning, it will bring up the first baseman in Brendan Perez. Perez, a fly out to right field away from the fly out trifecta, where you fly out to left field, center field, and right field in the same game. There need to be an opposite field shot for the right-handed batter in Perez. First pitch hit into foul territory down the right field line for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch will run inside and hit Brendan Perez, and he will certainly take that as it will put a base runner on, and now the tying run for the Trappers has come aboard the base paths. It'll bring up number 24 in Jacob Griffin out of Cave Creek, Arizona. So far today, Griffin 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. First pitch will miss for ball number 1. Griffin got a base hit in his last at-bat in the 4th inning. Had a bone to pick with the Sasquatch as a fake pickoff attempt, no throw by Vollmer. Every game that Griffin had appeared in leading into that Spearfish series at Black Hills Energy Stadium as he fouls one off for a strike, he had gotten a base hit. Then the Sasquatch broke that streak. So Jacob Griffin trying to get back at the team that broke his hitting streak from the moment that he stepped foot on an Expedition League field. One taken high for ball 2. Elsewhere in the Expedition League, the Saber Dogs showing no mercy to the Casper Horseheads so far. More on that in a second, as in the bottom of the 5th, the Western Nebraska Pioneers lead the Fremont Moose 3-1, but there will be a high pop fly into left field foul territory. Making the catch off the tip of the glove is Ryan Bachman over towards the Sasquatch bullpen. So it will be the second out of the inning, as it will bring up Colin Adams out of Long Island University. The Whiskey Jacks now lead the Sunfish 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. The Big Sticks lead the Spuds 1-0, bottom of the 1st. And from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota, the Souris Valley Saber Dogs 12, the Casper Horseheads 0 in the 5th inning. First pitch will fall in for a strike right at the letters. Starting pitcher for the Spearfish Sasquatch and Jace Wessels will be ineligible for the win, as he only pitched 4 innings. First pitch fouled off for strike 2, excuse me. Wessels in his pitching appearance allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, walking 2 and striking out 2. 0-2, and that's a high pop fly into foul territory. No fielder will move after it as the count stays 0-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-2 with a runner at first. On the way, upstairs for ball 1. One-two, dribbled over to the third base, and Bachman will pick it up, fire onto first base in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Good hustle by Colin Adams, but not in time for the arm of the 3rd baseman in Ryan Bachman. We're through 5. It's the Spearfish Sasquatch 4 and the Trappers 3. This inning for the Trappers, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 5, 4-3. We head to the 6th with Dorr, Silty, and Stuff due up for Spearfish.
When it comes to clothing in the capital area, Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry have you covered. Speedway Laundry offers the fastest way to clean clothes, with free Wi-Fi offered while you wait. Next door, family-owned and operated Total Beauty has a constantly changing inventory of top-quality clothing. Check out the newest lines in clothing by giving Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry a visit at 111 First Street in Fort Pierre.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Adrian Lopez returns to the mound for his second inning of work as he takes on the bottom of the order in Michael Dorr, Hayden Silty, and Cade Stuff. Dorr today is 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts to right field, still looking for his first base hit of the season in 4 attempts. Lopez will fire a pitch outside for ball 1. So a ball and no strikes. This combined part of the order, the 7-8-9, 0 for 6. 1-0 popped foul and out of play for strike 1. Also due up, Hayden Silty, the pitcher turned left fielder, still looking for his first base hit, has had a couple of decent at-bats. A fly out to right and a pop out to the second baseman as the 1-1 will drop in the dirt for ball 2. And then Cade Stuff, the designated hitter, will bat third this inning. He has tried to do nothing but lay down bunts so far. 2-1 low for ball 3. (3-1) on a fly ball down the right field line, hooking well foul and out of play as the count will go full 3-2. So of the 3 batters due up this inning, only one has an Expedition League base hit. It's Cade Stuff, who got it back in June. So no member of the Sasquatch that are due up this inning have had a base hit in either July nor August. Payoff pitch will miss inside for ball 4. So it's not a base hit, but it is a base runner. Hayden Silty 0 for 2. Flew out to right field in the second, popped out to the second baseman in the 4th. Pickoff attempt back to first base, back in safely. Top of the 6th, runner at first base. Down the center of the plate for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count, 4-3, Sasquatch over the Trappers. Oh, 1 will miss as it evens the count to a ball and a strike. 4-3, Sasquatch still lead, trying to add some insurance. One big swing and a miss by Silty for strike number 2. Has put 2 balls into play. And I'm not sure what Silty's experience is with a bat in his hand, but his first experience in the Expedition League. So far, despite having no base hits, doing decent with 2 well-hit balls. 2-2 swung on and missed as Silty will go down on strikes for the first out of the inning. One away now after the strikeout, swinging on Hayden Silty, as it will bring up Cade Stuff and expect to see a sacrifice bunt here. Runner at first base, Stuff not hiding it anymore, shows bunt, pulls back on a pitch that will miss low for ball one. They would push Dorr into scoring position for Ryan Bachman. Bunt attempt laid down to the first base, and Perez flips it onto first. In time, a 3-4 sacrifice bunt in time for the second out of the inning. Advancing to second base on the play is Michael Dorr, as it will bring up the top of the order in Ryan Bachman. Bachman at a Minnesota State Mankato. 1 for 2 today, reached on an error in the first, singled in the third, walked in the fourth. Has found 3 different ways to get aboard. First pitch on the outside part of the plate for ball number 1. And I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways other than that you can get on base. The only one off the top of my head is a hit by pitch. Maybe catcher's interference as well. 1-0 pitch will miss for ball 2. Another one will miss outside, as that one will be ball number 2 as the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Bachman trying to drive home Dorr, who's in scoring position, but with 2 outs, not many things you can do besides get a base hit. Big swing and a miss will even the count to 2-2. So 2-2. Lopez trying to get out of the inning, and he will off a strikeout against Ryan Bachman. Bachman goes down on strikes, and the first time today, Bachman has failed to reach. Third strikeout of the game for Adrian Lopez, as that ends the frame for the Sasquatch here in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with Reinhardt, Shelton, and Weston due up as the Trappers look to tie the ballgame or maybe even take the lead over Spearfish.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gators Pizza, Pasta, Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is known for top quality food. Now you can have our food selections delivered right to your front door using DoorDash. That's right, now you have 4 ways that you can get great Gators food: dine in, carry out, curbside pickup, and now delivery through DoorDash. Gators has been serving the Pierre area and now Trappers baseball fans since 1987. Gators Pizza, Pasta, Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Dan-O's Marine is a proud partner of Pierre Trappers Baseball. Located at 320 St. Charles Street, Dan-O's provides service on your boat to get you back out on the water in the dog days of summer. Give them a call at 605-224-6612. That's Dan-O's Marine at 605-224-6612. Any water, any problem, Dan-O's Marine.
Brock Reinhardt will lead things off against Ty Vollmer. Reinhardt today 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out to the right fielder. First pitch high for ball 1. Mentioned it when Vollmer came into the ballgame, but has not allowed an earned run against him so far this season. Trappers have got one base runner, however, it was on a hit by pitch. 1-0 will turn into a 1-1 with a called strike. One on a chopper over to the first base side. McAdoo picks it up, fires onto the pitcher. Not in time, in time, as Beaver calls him out. Boos from the home supporters as Montario May will come out to talk about it and look for an appeal. Jared Shelton will step into the batter's box in the meantime. Don't think we can get underway until the conversation stops between May and Beaver, and it does. So no case on the 1-3 ground out, 3-1 ground out. Shelton waits on the first pitch. That will be called a strike for an 0-1 count. Shelton grounded into a double play, singled in the 4th inning, later came around to score. 0-1 breaking ball, check swing on the inside part of the plate. Appeal down, says no swing as the count will run to 1-1. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Sasquatch. 3 runs on 6 hits, an error for the Trappers. 1-1, swinging out of his shoes for strike number 2. Trappers are out hitting the Sasquatch at this moment, 6-5, however still down on the scoreboard 4-3. One-two with Weston standing on deck, will bounce in the dirt and hit off the catcher's mask of Hayden Driggs. Two-two pitch from Vollmer. Check swing. Says yes he did as Shelton will strike out swinging. Second strikeout for Vollmer on the day as it will bring up Spencer Weston with 2 away. Weston 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts, both to the third baseman and Bachman. First pitch, breaking ball will catch the strike zone for strike number 1, an 0-1 count to Spencer Weston. Sasquatch scored all 4 of their runs in the first third of this ball game. 2 in the first, 2 in the third. 0-1 outside will even the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Sasquatch with a 1-run lead. The Trappers have been trying to cut into it, but haven't been able to do anything since Vollmer came into pitch. One on a check swing, fouled back, heading towards the windows of the press box, as it will go for strike number 2. Ball and 2 strikes, base is still empty. One-two on a broken bat over to the third baseman, picked up by Bachman on to first. Will be in time for the out, and Spencer Weston has become a broken bat machine. Seems almost every game wood splinters off the hands of Spencer Weston as he will ground out to the third baseman and Bachman for the 3rd time tonight. 1-2-3 go the Trappers here in the 6th. We'll head to the 7th with Hardy, Surrett, and McAdoo. Heart of the Sasquatch order due up when we come back.
Wow, Shell's Quick Stop is the place to go for a variety of food, drinks, fishing tackle, and more. Hungry? Come on down for breakfast pizza, burritos, biscuits and gravy, soup, salad, and wraps. Thirsty? Try their hot and cold espresso drinks, lattes, frappuccinos, and milkshakes from the drive-up window. Heading down to the water? Stop by to pick up minnows, crawlers, and leeches to secure the big bites. All of it's down at Shell's at 621 West Sioux Avenue. The Governor's Inn is the exclusive motel partner of the Pierre Trappers. Check out the special Trappers rate for your visit to Pierre and Hyde Stadium this summer. Call 605-224-4200 directly to get the Trappers rate. With free wireless internet, a deluxe breakfast, and an indoor pool and hot tub, there's no reason not to stop at the Governor's Inn.
Theo Hardy will lead things off for the Sasquatch here in the top of the 7th as we enter the final third of regulation in today's baseball game. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Hardy for strike number 1. Hardy is 2 for 2 today with a home run and a single, also drew a walk, has not been retired so far today. 0-1 will hit the strike zone right at the knees for strike number 2. Hardy will turn around, ask a quick question, where did it hit? Got his answer, turned around, and faces Adrian Lopez once more. 0-2 swung on and missed for strike number 3 into the glove of Colin Adams, as they're going to call that a foul ball. And I think Colin Adams is trying to say that the foul tip went into his glove, so it should be a strikeout regardless, but won't win that appeal. So Monterio May comes out, says something, but won't win his appeal. As Hardy steps back into the box. 0-2, Lopez fires. That one is fouled off into the screen. As Hardy will step out from the left-handed batter's box and do it once more. Adrian Lopez coming in for relief of Bryce Lopez. Bryce Lopez, the starting pitcher for the Trappers today, pitched through 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned, walking 3 and striking out 3. Called strike 3 on Theo Hardy as he'll walk back to the dugout after giving his complaints. And for Adrian Lopez, it's strikeout number 4 of his line today. Seth Surratt, 1 for 2 today with a single in the first, walked in the third, and struck out swinging in the fourth, was the final batter that Bryce Lopez faced. First pitch tight in on the body of Surratt for ball number 1. Ground ball heading back towards the second baseman and Reinhardt. Reinhardt picks it up onto first to Brennan Perez for out number 2 of the inning. A quick out to Seth Surratt on the 4-3 ground out will bring up the power hitter and the true heart of the Sasquatch batting order in Charles McAdoo. McAdoo 2 for 4 yesterday. He's 1 for 3 today with a fly out to center field in the first, doubled in the third, and grounded out to the third baseman in the 5th inning. First batter to take on Adrian Lopez for a second time as the pitch runs high and tight for ball 1. Elsewhere in the Expedition League, top of the 6th inning, Western Nebraska 3, Fremont 1, an important series from Gehring, game 1 of a 3-game set between the Moo and Pios. 1-0, another one high for ball 2. Bottom of the 3rd in Caldwell, Idaho, it's the Big Sticks 5 and the Spuds 2. Bottom of the 6th, Horsehead 0 and the SaberDogs 12 from Minot in the SaberDogs' first home game in a few weeks. 2-0 chopped over to the shortstop, picked up by Kim. Kim will fire onto first. Took Perez off the bag and called safe. That's going to be the second error tonight on Andrew Kim. As he would have been out had Perez kept his foot on the bag. Kim's second error from the 6th position. So McAdoo reaches, which will bring up Hayden Driggs, who's 0 for 3 today. Driggs flew out to center field, since then a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking. Accepts the sign and fires the first pitch. Barely does not get away from Adams. Adams doing a good job of blocking as it will keep McAdoo at first base. 4-3 Sasquatch in front. No run has scored since the bottom of the 4th when the Trappers put up a 3 spot. Spearfish leading Pierre again as a 1-0 will miss but called a balk, so it will remain 1-0 as McAdoo will advance over to second base off the balk by Adrian Lopez. So it'll put a runner into scoring position with a 1-0 count. And 2 away. So a 1-0 time called as stepping out of the box is Hayden Driggs. 2 away here in the top of the 7th and out away from the 7th inning stretch from Hyde Stadium. Time called yet again. Looks like something was in Driggs' eye as there has been a monumental amount of time between pitches. Ball and no strikes, runner in scoring position. Sasquatch do have a lead, but they would like some insurance as the 1-0 big cut and a big miss for strike 1. Due up in the bottom of the 7th will be the 9-1-2 of the Trappers batting order in Richie Williams, Garrett Hill, and Andrew Kim. Runner goes on a pitch outside. No throw by Adams as sliding in safely to third base with a stolen bag is Charles McAdoo. Their first stolen base of the day. So now a 2-1 count to Hayden Driggs. The windup and deal by Lopez fouled off will put the count even at 2-2. Driggs will take a step outside of the batter's box, turn back towards his dugout before stepping back into the right-handed batter's box to take on the right-handed pitcher in Adrian Lopez. The lone batter in Charles McAdoo getting aboard via an error by the shortstop and Andrew Kim. Redemption chance for Kim as he picks it up, fires on, and another airmail by Andrew Kim. Something is happening with Kim at shortstop because it has not been okay. So Hayden Driggs will reach second base off an error by Andrew Kim, his third of the ballgame. And I don't know what is happening with Andrew Kim at the shortstop position, but it is clearly something far from normal. As a runner in Charles McAdoo does come in to score. First pitch ripped into center field. That will drop for a base hit. Now rounding third and coming home is Hayden Driggs, as that will be another run for the Sasquatch. They've extended their lead to 6-3. As that will just be a RBI single for Gage Ninnis. So Michael Dorr comes into the batter's box. Dorr 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch swung on and fouled off towards a row of parked cars and will barely stay in the ballpark for strike number 1. So for the first time, the Sasquatch have scored since the third inning. An 0-1 count as the Sasquatch have scored their third 2-run inning of the ballgame. 0-1 on the outside part of the plate will even the count to a ball and a strike. And after the first 2 batters were retired, back-to-back errors by Andrew Kim at short, and then an RBI single by Ninnis drove home another 2 for the Sasquatch. 1-1 chopped over to the second baseman in Reinhardt, who bobbles it himself. Defensive struggles for the Trappers as it gets past Brock Reinhardt, the 4th error of the ballgame. So it will be declared a base hit by the official scorers, so Dorr will get his first base hit of the season. So it'll be a new batter in Hayden Silty, hoping for his first base hit of the season. First pitch will miss high for ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat will miss low once more. So we'll run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Lopez looks back towards second base for Gage Ninnis. That one's taken down the dead center of the plate for strike number 1. With 2 away in the inning, Lopez trying to get out of it. Pauses on a throw on the inside part of the plate. As the Sasquatch going to complain that that was a balk, but Lopez going to say that he never made a motion. He simply lifted his leg and looked back over towards second base, never made a motion towards second base, and that's what Lopez will be arguing. Monterio May will come out to argue the same case. Right now, Ninnis and Dorr were asked to go over to the next base. Right now, I believe it will be called a balk on Adrian Lopez. So May will talk to the field umpire and Matt Beaver. Now Alex Shoemaker coming out to explain his side of the story as well. So May, unhappy with the ruling, will walk back to the dugout. It will be called a balk on Adrian Lopez, his second balk of the inning, as the defensive struggles continue for the Trappers with 2 errors and now 2 balks in the same inning. Adams will talk to Lopez before he climbs back up the hill to take on Hayden Silty. Lopez climbs back up the hill. Silty faces a 1-2 count. One, 2 with runners at second and third after the balk will miss low for ball 2. Dorr stands at second, Ninnis at third. To the 8-hole batter in Hayden Silty. 2-2 on the way. On the outside part of the plate for a ball, Lopez was running off the mound. Can't believe that pitch missed. As the count goes full, as the crowd voicing their displeasures with the umpiring crew. Payoff pitch, that one will miss high for ball 4. So the bases will go loaded on just the second walk surrendered by Adrian Lopez tonight, as it will bring up Cade Stuff. And now an interesting case, as I believe we will see a pinch hitter with the bases loaded, as Stuff has done nothing but bunt so far. So a pinch hitter coming in. And it's Zachary Creeth, who pitched yesterday. Also does not have an at-bat this season, as he takes a daddy hack through the first pitch for strike number 1. So Creeth will come in as a pinch hitter, as that one will miss low for ball number 1. A hometown crowd ruthless on the umpires, continuing to speak as a stolen base attempt on a bunt over to the pitcher. Lopez picks it up, fires onto first, not in time, gets away. Now the runner comes into home from second base. Dorr comes in to score. It'll be the 3rd error of the inning, as 2 more runs come across off what a play that was put down beautifully after a daddy hack by Creeth. No one expected him to lay down a bunt, yet he did. Everybody is safe. So Ninnis and Dorr both come in to score. Silty now at second base after Creeth will reach on the air by the pitcher. So it will be a hit for Zachary Creeth, his first of the year. He's now batting 1,000, as the top of the lineup in Bachman will come up to bat. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Two more runs come in off a great design play by the Sasquatch. So that one will be fouled off for strike 1. 3 errors this inning, 1 on Adrian Lopez and 2 on Andrew Kim. Trappers' error total has now jumped up to 4. And what was a 1-run ball game has now turned into a 5-run ball game. 1-1 low for ball 2. The first 2 batters this inning in Theo Hardy and Seth Surrett were retired in order. There were 2 outs with nobody on. And since then, 6 batters have come to the plate and all reach safely as the 2-1 will miss outside for ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike with a runner standing at second base in Hayden Silty. Zachary Creeth stands at first. 3-1 chopped foul into the catcher's mask and Colin Adams. As that will go 3-2, Shoemaker will hand deliver the baseball back to Adrian Lopez. So a 3-2 count with 2 runners aboard. Payoff pitch going to be on the way from Adrian Lopez, trying to get out of this nightmare 7th inning. Sasquatch have broken this game open here in the top of the 7th. Time called by Colin Adams as he squats back down to the catcher's position. With a 3-2 count on the way to Ryan Bachman. 3-2 swung on and missed for strike number 3. That will finally end the frame. So the inning started with a strikeout swinging. It will end with a strikeout swinging. 5th strikeout for Adrian Lopez today. 4 runs will score for the Spearfish Sasquatch. And I don't believe any of them are earned. None of them earned on Adrian Lopez, as there were 2 base hits, make that 3 base hits, matched by 3 errors by the Pierre Trappers. 2 runners left on base. It is 8-3 Sasquatch as we head to the 7th inning stretch.
Total Beauty and Speedway Laundry are your homes for everything clothing in the capital area. Since 2010, Total Beauty has offered great customer service and competitive prices. Next door at Speedway Laundry, they have you covered for a fast, convenient way to wash and dry your clothes and other household items, including king-size comforters. Visit them at 111 First Street in Fort Pierre.
You don't need an illness to need a doctor. You don't need to feel sick to feel better. You don't need to be unwell to get well. What you do need is a primary care provider at Sanford Health. Better healthcare starts with regular wellness visits and a familiar face who knows you, your concerns, and your goals. We're here before you need us. We're here when you need us. We're here after you need us. We're here for you. Find your primary care provider at sanfordhealth.org today.
Trappers fans, summer is here. Get your boat back in shape with a visit to Dano's Marine. Dano's Marine will get you back out on the water this summer with excellent service and years of experience. Give them a call at 605-224-6612 or visit them at 320 St. Charles Street in Pierre. Any water, any problem, Dano's Marine.
Richie Williams leads off the bottom of the 7th inning, as the Trappers now have a lot of work to do after a 4 spot put up by the Sasquatch in the top half of this frame. Ty Volmer remains on the mound. First pitch will miss high for ball 1. Volmer, in just 4 appearances, has pitched in 5 innings. As the 1-0 cracked into left center field, will drop just in front of Silty for a base hit. So it'll be Garrett Hill the next to bat after the leadoff single for Richie Williams. Williams attends North Dakota State. And is the starting third baseman tonight. 2 spots away when he plays in the field is Brock Reinhardt, who attends his rival college in South Dakota State. Pitch will miss for ball 1. As it will now be Driggs coming out to talk to Ty Volmer. However, both Garrett Hill and Brock Reinhardt have settled their differences of whether the Jackrabbits or the Bison are better to come together and play baseball for the Pierre Trappers. And that's really what summer ball is about. You can throw rivalries out the window and create new connections. And if I was willing to bet when the Jackrabbits and the Bison meet on the diamond next spring, there will be 2 guys, one from each team, one named Brock and one named Garrett, shaking hands. 1-0 pitch will catch the zone for strike 1. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out with Richie Williams standing at first base. Trappers now trail by 5 after allowing a 4 spot in the top of the 7th. One hung on and swung on into left field. Back-to-back base hits for the Trappers put runners at first and second base. So now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, it will bring up Andrew Kim. Kim 1 for 3 today, flew out to left field in the first, singled in the third, and struck out swinging in inning number 5. First pitch hammered into center field. Surrett calls for it, will reach up and make the catch. Tagging and heading for third is Richie Williams, who will get in safely. So a fly out to center field for Andrew Kim. Tagging up and heading for third is Richie Williams. Runners will go at the corners with 1 away. Brendan Perez 0 for 2 today. A fly out to center, a fly out to left. His last plate appearance was hit by the pitch by Ty Volmer. With 1 away, still an option for a sacrifice fly that would put 2 away in the inning and drive in Richie Williams from third. Volmer fires and swung on, fouled off down the first baseline for strike 1. Trappers in gold tonight, the Sasquatch in bright blue. Oh, 1 count to Brendan Perez, the first baseman. 0 for 2, looking for his first base hit with runners at the corners. Volmer fires on a fly ball, hit towards left field. Picking it up will be Silty. Silty fires in, but coming in to score is Richie Williams, and that will be the first earned run off of Ty Volmer this season. His ERA no longer 0. Now 8-4 as it will bring up Jacob Griffin. So a sacrifice fly to left field for Brendan Perez will earn him another RBI. Richie Williams, who got aboard via a base hit that led off the inning, advanced to base by each batter. Got to second by a base hit by Garrett Hill. Got to third by a long fly out by Kim, as that one's going to be another fly ball. Calling everybody off is Surrett in center field, who will reach up and make the catch for the third out of the inning. No, excuse me. It looked like he had reached up and made the catch, but instead lost it in the lights. He played it off as if he had caught the baseball, potentially to keep runners where they were for the time being. But with 2 outs, that didn't matter. Instead, he drops the ball and everybody is safe. So it'll be a double for Jacob Griffin that drives home Garrett Hill. That cuts the deficit to 8-5 now, as Colin Adams steps into the batter's box. First pitch, high for ball number 1. Adams today is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th, a ground out to 3rd in the 5th, walked in the 2nd. Griffin, the lone base runner, standing at 2nd. 1-0 pitch will catch the strike zone, evening the count to 1-1. And I apologize on that previous play. It looked like Surratt had reached up and made the catch, but he had simply lost it and let it drop. One pitch will go high for ball number 2. So a 2-1 with 2 outs. Vollmer looks back for a swing and a miss by Colin Adams. Will even the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eight to 5, that now the score after a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 7th. Adams trying to continue the inning. Time called by the field umpire and Matt Beaver as Adams steps out of the batter's box. We'll take a practice cut before stepping back into the right side of the plate. Two-two, chopped foul heading towards the windows. And we'll roll out of play. Count remains where it is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Trappers are back within 3 runs. However, going to need a lot of work in the bottom of the 8th and bottom of the 9th, assuming that they don't catch up prior to those innings. 2-2 on a high fly ball to left field. Silty underneath it will call for it, races back, and he will reach up to make the catch. Almost looked like for a second that Silty had lost it in the lights, but holds on for out number 3. 2 runs come across for the Trappers this inning. Both of them will be earned against Ty Vollmer. Off 3 base hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. The 2 spot here in the bottom of the 7th makes it 8-5 Sasquatch. Hardy, Surratt, and McAdoo due up when we return for the top of inning number 8.
Join the Shell's loyalty program and never pay full price for gas again. Shell's loyalty members also get monthly specials for increased savings. Shell's doesn't just fill up your tank, but it also fills up your stomach with a variety of food and drinks. Become a loyalty club member today by visiting Shell's at 621 Sioux Avenue or give them a call at 605-224-6266. The Pierre Trappers are proud to partner with the Governor's Inn, the exclusive motel partner of the Pierre Trappers. Call 605-224-4200 for a special Trappers rate when you visit Pierre and Hyde Stadium. Whether you're coming for the best hunting, fishing, and outdoor recreation in the Midwest, just passing through, or coming out to the ballpark, the Governor's Inn is the place for you.
Top of the 8th inning as it will be Theo Hardy, Seth Surrett, and Charles McAdoo, the same part of the Sasquatch batting order that started last inning. However, Hardy and Surrett were both out to begin the inning. All 4 runs scoring for the Sasquatch with 2 away. First pitch, a fastball down the center of the plate from Adrian Lopez for strike 1. Trappers did respond with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. However, it's not enough to cover the 4 runs that the Sasquatch scored in the top half of that frame. 0-1 dribbled over to the first base side, but foul for strike 2. As we approach 9:35, means we're at around the 2.5-hour mark of today's ball game. All but certain to go longer than yesterday's game. Pitch high and outside for ball number 1. Yesterday's ball game ended at 9:46, which is 12 minutes from where we are now. One-two on the outside part of the plate will even the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the sun has sank here in South Dakota's capital city. Two-two chopped over the head of Brock Reinhardt and into right field. It will be a leadoff single for Theo Hardy. Seth Surrett comes up to the plate. 1 for 3 today with a single in the first inning, walked in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 4th, and grounded out to the second baseman in the previous frame. Sasquatch playing in Game 2 of this 4-game series here from Pierre before they will travel to Grand Forks, North Dakota to end their season on August 6th and 7th against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. First pitch will miss inside, ball 1. The Wheat City Whiskey Jacks sent up an announcement a couple of weeks ago that Kraft Field would not be going unused next season, but not by the Whiskey Jacks, by a new expansion team as a pickoff attempt back to first base, back in safely as Hardy. The announcement said that the Whiskey Jacks would return to Brandon, Manitoba, putting the Expedition League back to an international league as a new expansion team would take the place. Pickoff attempt back to first. Perez has trouble fielding the throw down by Adams for ball number 2. And actually included a Name the Team contest in the Whiskey Jacks Instagram post featuring it. 2-0. That one will be called a strike against Surrett for strike number 1, putting the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. So a 2-1 count. Top of the 8th, still nobody out. Lopez looks into Surrett before firing on a big swing and a miss that will even the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. On their Instagram post for Wheat City, in which they were taking new names for the new team in Grand Forks, North Dakota, a few people were joking around as a pickoff attempt back to first base. Lopez was sure that he had Hardy rung up at first base, but back in safe. Count will remain 2-2 to Surrett. Grand Forks Golden Knights, Grand Forks Avalanche, and Grand Forks Kraken were all suggested in the same thread. 2-2, big swing and a miss by Surrett as he will spin his way back to the dugout. Strikeout number 6 for Adrian Lopez as Surrett will go down swinging for the second time tonight, bringing up Charles McAdoo. It started with Grand Forks Golden Knights, and I'm going to assume because of the alliteration of the G in Grand Forks and G in Golden, but then it just kept on going into more NHL teams. Three other recommendations in that Instagram comment section as a pitch will miss for ball 1 were the Grand Forks Plates or Grand Forks Home Plates, the Grand Forks Lumberjacks, and the Grand Forks Pandas. One ball, no strikes. On a ground ball over to the second baseman, Reinhardt plays it perfectly onto first, but dropping the ball will be Brendan Perez. So 1 out will go for sure. As McAdoo now safe at first base, Hardy out between the base paths. Off the fielder's choice. So Hayden Driggs will step up to the batter's box. Driggs today 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, a flyout, and a reach on an error. Pickoff attempt back to first base, back in safely, and Lopez continues getting frustrated that he can't pick off a batter or a runner. For what it's worth, on that Instagram post asking for new teams in Grand Forks, the one with the most likes is the Grand Forks Kraken. Runner at first base. Pops up, and now just toying with the Trappers as McAdoo as that first pitch will miss for ball 1. So a ball and no strikes, top of the 8th, 2 away. Trappers will bring up Reinhardt, Shelton, and Weston when we head to the bottom of the 8th. 1 out away from that. 1-0 on the inside part of the plate, called a strike as the count will go even to a ball and a strike. Nothing doing over at first base on that pitch from McAdoo. So a ball and a strike. Squatch 8, Traps 5. 1-1 will miss, putting Driggs ahead in the count, 2-1. The Sasquatch finished up their regular season home slate with a series against the SaberDogs. They won the first game 11-4 before losing the next two, 13-11 and 12-9. 2-1 down the center of the plate will even the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lopez hangs his arm looking into Driggs. Should Driggs reach, it would bring up Gage and Innes. Lopez fires as McAdoo goes on the outside part of the plate. Throw down in time as McAdoo caught stealing. That will end the frame, and Hayden Driggs will have to bat when we start the top of the 9th. So an unconventional 3 up, 3 down, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. No runs here in the top of the 8th. Reinhardt, Shelton, and Weston due up in the bottom half of the 8th as the Trappers trail by 3, trying for a comeback.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is known for top quality food. Now you can have our food selections delivered right to your front door using DoorDash. That's right, now you have 4 ways that you can get great Gators food: dine in, carry out, curbside pickup, and now delivery through DoorDash. Gators has been serving the Pierre area and now Trappers baseball fans since 1987. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
New pitcher coming in for the Spearfish Sasquatch, Jack Van Doren, also out of Long Island University, is 9 batters away from taking on his college teammate in Colin Adams. Has a 4-0 record in 19 games, all of them as a reliever. So Brock Reinhardt will lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch from Van Doren will catch the strike zone for strike number 1. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. As the side armor will have another pitch at the knees for strike number 2. Now there is a difference between Van Doren's style and Trappers pitcher Tyler Lubin's style. Tyler Lubin, a submarine pitcher, will drop his arm below the horizontal axis. Meanwhile, Van Doren will keep his arm parallel with the ground the entire way through his delivery instead of sinking his arm to an angle closer to the ground. So a 1-2 will turn into a 2-2 on a pitch outside. So the 3 styles of pitching, overhand, sidearm, and submarine, have all made their appearances at Hyde Stadium this season. Two-two on the outside part of the plate, and after going ahead in the count, 0-2. The count will go to 3-2. Payoff pitch will skip away for ball 4. Reinhardt will jog down to first. So a leadoff walk will put at least 1 runner on, and it also brings the tying run into the on-deck circle. Jared Chilton steps into the batter's box. Today he is 1 for 3, grounded into a double play, singled later coming around to score, and then struck out. First pitch to Shelton, swung on and missed for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count. Trappers trying to get back into this ball game after now trailing by 3. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Had the 3 errors not occurred in the 7th inning, the Trappers would have the lead in this ball game, but because all 4 runs in that 7th inning for the Sasquatch were unearned against Adrian Lopez, it's the errors that are going to end up tripping up the Trappers tonight. 0-2, check swing, called strike 3, and Shelton knew it as he walked back to the dugout without taking a look back to see the strike 3 call. So Shelton will strike out looking for the first out, bringing up Spencer Weston, who's 0 for 3 today, and all 3 at-bats has grounded out to third baseman Ryan Bachman. Eight runs on 9 hits, no errors, pickoff attempt, and that one will be successful. Brock Reinhardt picked off at first base, and the Sasquatch showing the Trappers how to do a successful pickoff attempt. And now Reinhardt will be ejected from the baseball game. He said something to Matt Beaver. Montario May now defending his player. Matt Beaver has ejected Brock Reinhardt, who will take off his helmet and plead his case with Matt Beaver. Reinhardt putting a finger into the face of Beaver as he's being told to back away, as Montario May will handle the umpire and Matt Beaver himself. May heard the entire thing. If he heard disrespect towards the umpire, May would know it, but instead is arguing his case and defending his players, something that we don't see Montario May do too often when he knows his guys are in the wrong. So now Shoemaker, the home plate umpire, will back up May. And now there may be talk from the dugout as Shoemaker shushes the dugout. May will talk to Shoemaker. And that ejection can't be undone. When a player is ejected from a ball game, an umpire can't say, "Oh, sorry about that," and bring you back in. So Brock Reinhardt has been ejected from today's ball game after being picked off at first base. He'll put 2 away in the inning. Still waiting for the first pitch to come to Spencer Weston. Again, 0 for 3, all 3 ground outs to the third baseman and Ryan Bachman. First pitch swung on and missed for strike number 1. First ejection that we've had at Hyde Stadium since, I believe, the month of May. So 0-1 on a pitch on the inside part of the plate for ball number 1. So an 0-2 count, 2 outs. A lot of ejections for the Trappers on the road this season, both for their opponents and the Trappers as a team, but no ejections on either side have come here at Hyde Stadium. Only the second one this year, and it belongs to Brock Reinhardt, a ball and 2 strikes. So Reinhardt will have to ride the pine for tomorrow's ball game. One-two, swung on and missed for strike number 3, and we'll have to leave it there in the 8th inning as that pickoff attempt comes back to bite the Trappers. 2 strikeouts for Jack Van Doren. Gets him through the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Nobody left on base as we head to the top of the ninth. Hayden Driggs, Gage Ninnis, and Michael Dorr due up for the Sasquatch.
Wow, Shell's Quick Stop is the place to go for a variety of food, drinks, fishing tackle, and more. Hungry? Come on down for breakfast pizza, burritos, biscuits and gravy, soup, salad, and wraps. Thirsty? Try their hot and cold espresso drinks, lattes, frappuccinos, and milkshakes from the drive-up window. Heading down to the water? Stop by to pick up minnows, crawlers, and leeches to secure the big bites. All of it's down at Shell's at 621 West Sioux Avenue. The Governor's Inn is the exclusive motel partner of the Pierre Trappers. Check out the special Trappers rate for your visit to Pierre and Hyde Stadium this summer. Call 605-224-4200 directly to get the Trappers rate. With free wireless internet, a deluxe breakfast, and an indoor pool and hot tub, there's no reason not to stop at the Governor's Inn.
We come back for the top of the ninth inning as Hayden Driggs steps into the batter's box. Driggs today 0 for 4 with a fly out to center field, a pair of strikeouts, and a reach on an error as that first pitch from Adrian Lopez will fall in for a strike. Other pitch will fall in for strike number 2. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, so Driggs will go down on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 7 for Adrian Lopez. We'll go for out number 1 of the inning as it brings up Gage Ninnis. Ninnis waits on the first pitch. That one will be called a strike for strike number 1, so an 0-1 count will go to Gage Ninnis. Ninnis today 1 for 3. 2 groundouts, 1 to the second baseman, 1 to the third baseman, was hit by a pitch and then singled in the 7th inning. 0-1, that one just misses outside, so after 4 straight strikes, finally a ball put up on the scoreboard. One high. Puts the count to 2-1. On the outside part of the plate, just missing for ball number 3. So now after 4 straight strikes to start the inning, 3 straight balls. We approach the 3-hour mark of today's ball game, about 8 minutes away. 3-1 fouled into the screen, puts the count full to the batter, Gage Ninnis. Payoff pitch on the way from Adrian Lopez. on the way, fouled off into the screen, and we'll do it once more. Sasquatch 8, Trappers 5 here in the top of the 8th inning. Excuse me, top of the 9th inning. Payoff pitch on the way from Lopez will miss high for ball number 4 and put a runner on board with one away. Third walk surrendered by Adrian Lopez as it brings up Michael Dorr. Dorr got his first base hit of the season back in the 7th inning. Later came around to score off an error by the pitcher in Adrian Lopez. So Dorr will take the at-bat. First pitch from Lopez will miss outside for ball 1. So a 1-0 count with one out here in the top of the 9th. Trappers will be down to their final 3 outs when we come back for the bottom of the 9th after the third out is recorded. Fouled into the screen for strike 1. It will be Richie Williams, Garrett Hill, and Andrew Kim due up for the Pierre Trappers in the bottom of the 9th, as the Sasquatch look to force at least a series split with a win today. 1-1 swung on and missed for strike number 2 as the count moves to 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base is Gage Ninnis. After walking, the 1-2 will miss low, evening the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, runner goes. Throw down by Adams, and for the 3rd time tonight, a runner caught stealing, and Ninnis knew it as he was running to the dugout immediately after he popped up. Three players caught stealing for the Spearfish Sasquatch against Colin Adams. They have stolen a bag earlier today, too. I believe 1 for 4 on the day. 3-2, broken bat up the middle, picked up by the shortstop Kim, came onto first base in time for out number 3. So Andrew Kim redeems himself after 3 errors on the day and will walk back to the dugout. By the way, that second baseman that entire inning, pitcher Tyler Lubin. So a 4-3, 6-3 ground out to Michael Dorr will end the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Richie Williams, Garrett Hill, and Andrew Kim represent the final chance for Pierre.
You don't need an illness to need a doctor. You don't need to feel sick to feel better. You don't need to be unwell to get well. What you do need is a primary care provider at Sanford Health. Better healthcare starts with regular wellness visits and a familiar face who knows you, your concerns, and your goals. We're here before you need us. We're here when you need us. We're here after you need us. We're here for you. Find your primary care provider at sanfordhealth.org today.
Trappers fans, summer is here. Get your boat back in shape with a visit to Dano's Marine. Dano's Marine will get you back out on the water this summer with excellent service and years of experience. Give them a call at 605-224-6612 or visit them at 320 St. Charles Street in Pierre. Any water, any problem, Dano's Marine.
Richie Williams leads things off as the 9-hole batter here in the bottom of the 9th. Trappers trail by 3. Gonna need to repeat their performance from the 4th inning to at least tie the ball game. Van Doren stays in the ball game, swing and a miss for strike number 1. Van Doren in a save situation as well. An 0-1, bottom of the 9th. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. Should the lead hold, Ty Volmer in line for the win, and Doran in line for the save. An 0-2 count. On its way to Williams. Hammered over to right field. Chasing after it is Dorr. Dorr will not be able to get there. That is a foul ball. They call it foul, and Williams pulls into second base, not realizing it. All that hustle for a long strike. The crowd and the Trappers bench is extremely upset with the call, and I would not be surprised if we see another ejection sometime soon. The Trappers upset by the call, but Williams will step foot back in the batter's box. An 0-2 count. That one will be fouled off into the screen. Williams, the leadoff batter at the bottom of the 9th. So no balls, 2 strikes. On a ground ball over to the third base side. Toss back into the Sasquatch dugout from the Trappers' third base coach. An 0-2 count. Nobody out. Hill and Kim also due up. Hill in the on-deck circle, Andrew Kim in the hole. 0-2, swung on and missed for strike number 3 as the Sasquatch will pass it around the horn. So first out of the inning as it brings up Garrett Hill. Williams strikes out against Van Doren. It's Van Doren's 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Hill today is 1 for 4. Flew out to center field in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Flew out to left in the 4th, and singled later coming around to score in the 7th. 8-5, Sasquatch lead. Van Doren deals to Hill on the inside part of the plate for strike number 1. Van Doren coming in place of Ty Volmer, who's currently in line for the win. Volmer in relief, pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. As there's a fly ball towards center field. Surrett underneath it will reach up and make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So a fly out to center field will bring the Trappers down to their final out. It'll be up to Andrew Kim to extend the ball game and keep the Trappers in it. However, in the 7th inning for the Sasquatch, all 4 runs scored with 2 outs in the inning. So Andrew Kim could be the start of a comeback for Pierre. Eight to 5, Spearfish in front. On a pitch on the outside part of the plate, called a strike for strike number 1. 0-1, Van Doren sets, fires to Kim, swung on and missed as the Trappers now down to their final strike in the ball game with nobody aboard here in the bottom of the ninth. Van Doren sets, ready to deal to Andrew Kim. Brennan Perez hoping he can take an at-bat, has the on-deck batter. 0-2, called strike 3 by Alex Shoemaker, and the Trappers will go quietly here in the bottom of the ninth as it ends the ball game with the Spearfish Sasquatch victorious. Called strike 3 on Andrew Kim, the 4th strikeout by closer in Jack Van Doren. We'll take you through the final line scores as this inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Trappers will have their team meeting in shallow right field as they take the loss by a final score of 8-5. So Ty Volmer on the mound will get the win in just his 5th appearance. It's his first decision as he improves to 1-0 on the year. Taking the loss will be the starting pitcher for the Trappers in Bryce Lopez, who falls to 0-3 in 3 appearances. Meanwhile, finally, getting the save is Jack Van Doren. Van Doren, in his 20th game, will get his first save of the season. With a final out recorded at 10:08 this evening. That goes for a game time of 3 hours and 3 minutes. We'll take a look at the pitchers' final lines as well as recapping today's game before getting you set for tomorrow's game between the Sasquatch and the Trappers. First, for the Spearfish pitchers, Jace Wessels started out 4 innings pitched, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, walking 2, striking out 2. Ty Volmer in 3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, did not walk a batter, striking out 2. Jack Van Doren getting the save, pitched 2 innings, did not allow a hit nor a run, walked 1, striking out 4. In total, the Sasquatch in 9 innings pitched allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, walking 3 and striking out 8 batters. On the Trappers side of things, they went with the 2 Lopez's. No relation. Bryce Lopez started with 4 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, walking 3, striking out 3. Adrian Lopez pitched 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, none of them earned, however, walking 3, striking out 7. The Trappers in 9 innings pitched allowed 9 hits, 8 runs, only 3 of them earned, however, walking 6 and striking out 10 batters. Final line score in today's game, the visitors and the Spearfish Sasquatch, 8 runs on 9 hits. They did not commit an error in today's ballgame as they left a total of 8 runners on base. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, they scored 5 runs on 9 hits. The thing that did them in, the errors. They committed 4 of those tonight as they left a total of just 6 runners on base. And it was the errors that did the Trappers in. 4 errors committed, only 3 runs on the night were earned that would have given the Trappers a victory had the pitchers earned every run they let up. But these two teams do return to the field here at Hyde Stadium tomorrow. 7:05 first pitch for Game 3 of the series. We'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we part ways. The Whiskey Jacks defeat the Sunfish 3-1 in 7 innings. The Saber Dogs currently lead the Casper Horseheads 23-2 in the bottom of the 8th. The Big Sticks lead the Spuds 12-6, top of the 6th, and perhaps most importantly for the Sasquatch, the Pioneers lead the Fremont Moo 7-2. So the Sasquatch now tied with the Fremont Moo at the top of the standings. If the Moo can come back in the top of the 9th and win the ballgame, the Moo would have a half-game lead over the Spearfish Sasquatch. Should the Moo lose this ballgame, which it looks like they will right now, it would be the Spearfish Sasquatch at the top of the Clark division with a half-game lead over the Fremont Moo. Airs for the Killers for the Pierre Trappers tonight. Final game time at 3 hours and 3 minutes. Volmer gets the win, 1-0 on the year. In his first decision, Bryce Lopez gets the loss. He falls to 0-3, with Jack Van Doren getting his first save of the year. 8 runs on 9 hits, no errors. 8 runners left on base for Spearfish. 5 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors, and 6 runners left on base for Pierre. With a first pitch time of 7:05 and a final out recorded at 10:08, that goes for a game time of 3 hours and 3 minutes. Sasquatch will improve to 41-19, 20-10 in the second half as the Trappers fall to 17-43, 8-23 in the second half of the season. Be sure to tune in to tomorrow's game here on both the Trappers YouTube and Mixlr live streams. First pitch 7:05 between the Sasquatch and the Trappers. Until then, I'm Tyler Katz from Hyde Stadium in Pierre, South Dakota. I'm Tyler Katz. Have a great rest of your night.